Mr. DJ Rose, Verteezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap your seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.
Yo, welcome back to the No More Black Tears podcast. You know what I'm saying? Caesar Siege, Juice Man, Verteezy. We back up in here. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going on, man. How y'all boys doing, man? How y'all boys doing?
What's good, people? Hey, man, it's Friday, man. It's been a long week, man. Just been enjoying the week, y'all.
Chilling.
So, man, it all happened in the week.
Hey, so this week in sports, so we heard about, Sha'Carri Richardson incident in the airport. TMZ, they always have the exclusives. They dropped a video, which actually showed her boyfriend wasn't the one harassing her. She was actually pushing her boyfriend, kind of hitting her boyfriend, following him and stalking him around the airport. She came out the other day with an apology, said she's growing and that she was wrong for what she did, and she thanked her boyfriend for being with her in such a dark time. C's, what's your thoughts on this?
Y'all give women all the grace in the world. Now we have a case of a high-profile woman literally abusing her partners, because this ain't the first time. The first time was her ex, which was a female. It looked like her ex would have beat her ass, not the other way around, but apparently not. So, I mean, she has a history. Y'all give all the grace in the world to women, man. Hey, man, domestic violence happens on both sides. I'm kind of leaning on the side of, hey, hand clap to a boyfriend for doing that, saying that shit. I wouldn't have did it, but hey, man, ShaCarri, you need counseling. Just focus on your fucking sport. Focus on work. Stop doing this shit, man. You look crazy. Now you look crazy, man. No fly list and all this other crazy shit, man. It's the second time you actually do need counseling.
Yeah, man. So I want to see you go smoke some weed again. Last time when she a dark place and everything, she went and got high and she couldn't run. You know what I'm saying? You can't run from this. It's on camera. You can't say, "Oh no, I didn't do this." Yeah, man. So I don't feel bad for her. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's another case of you gotta do better, man. You got your second chance. You gotta do better. But one thing I thought was interesting was, because you know how when men get involved with domestic violence situations, things like that, after she got involved with her domestic violence situation, Nike dropped the ad featuring her. So Nike, y'all got to keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? When the guys Donkey Kong somebody, keep that same energy. Make sure they still get their paper and drop an ad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, this is just kind of crazy. What happened to me was surprising, because if you're in a relationship, that what's going to happen is you got some people that just don't know how to express themselves without using their hands. So that's going to happen on both genders. The crazy part was the outpouring of women that was so understanding to ShaCarri and what she had did to her boyfriend. When if the roles were reversed, they would have been ready to take that man's career. You would have had a whole bunch of sponsors pull away from him. He would have had to do more than just apologize. Like it would have been really, really bad for that brother had the roles been reversed. But because it's a woman, I guess we just look at it as like a woman can't really harm a man, or that nigga had to do something to deserve, what she did. Like, Because there was a lot of women
That's
making
what a lot of women said.
a lot of women making think pieces saying, "Oh, you know, she ain't no telling what she was dealing with in the relationship, what he had done,
what he did."
And I just think that's a flawed way to think because I'm gonna be honest, there are brothers out here who just be beating bitches to be bitches. But a lot of times it be shit like a nigga just found out his bitch cheated, a nigga just found out that the baby not his, a bitch, and y'all ladies know y'all be saying stuff to cut niggas to their core. Y'all be talking about niggas' mamas, they dead relatives. Like, and I'm not justifying the shit in no case. I'm just saying what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's my only like solemn with this situation is all the support that she's getting and all the people who saying she needs help and she needs counseling. I just want to know when men are put in this situation, why don't we look at it like they might have grew up with trauma in their household. They might have grew up with abuse in their household. They might have just seen whenever people got frustrated, they use their hands to do the talking for them. Maybe they need counseling. I feel like we all are broken people and we all need help. It shouldn't just be just one demographic of people that need help. I feel like it's more than just that.
Yeah, but you know it's the bias. So you look at it. The easiest way to put it, I seen somebody talk about it like this: a man doing bad, oh, he old bum ass, broke ass nigga. A woman doing bad, she doing the best she can with what she got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She got a lot, apparently. Hands too, I guess.
And the thing about, I think a lot of people was like, because she's not a big person. You know what I'm saying? You know them track stars. They're
fast though.
They're little. Lots of them. Some of them are bigger, but women. But she's a smaller. You know what I'm saying? Slim, petite person. So her hitting him, because he's a track star too. So her hitting him like, oh, that didn't even hurt. He wanted, but
did she push him on?
She kept pushing him and kept pushing him. And it's like, because he fell over his luggage, and it's like, but still, like, they in the airport. She was doing a little bit too much. Not a little bit too much. A lot too much.
She bum rushed that nigga. That's what she did.
Yeah, but he ain't deserve that, man. Somebody need to go check on him.
Hey, so somebody who did get what they deserve. James Cook, the running back for the Buffalo Bills, just signed a 4-year extension, $48 million, $30 million guaranteed. After he just was holding out from the Bills preseason and training camp. I'm happy for James Cook because I felt like before last year he was a good running back. Like, you know, so I'm like, this contract to me is justifiable. I know some people say that the guaranteed money is the second most for running backs, and I just look, and when I look at his age, what he brings to the table, I don't have an issue with him being the second highest paid running back in terms of guaranteed money. Because we all understand how these contracts are done. It's who's ever up next. You know, it's not really necessarily about who's number one or number two at the position. He was the running back that was up next. So he got paid the contract he deserved. He's a vital part of the Bills' offense. I've had him in fantasy the last couple of years. He's always been good for me when he's played. And I watched the Buffalo Bills play, and especially this past season. I think he led the league in touchdowns, or was second in touchdowns. And you could tell in the playoffs, they really needed him. And plus, he's one of the few backs in the league that do both. Yeah. Like, he can actually come out the backfield and catch the ball a lot. So, hey, congrats to James Cook. I'm glad Buffalo didn't do what the Cowboys did and decide to play hardball. Just pay these players their money when they do what you want to do. You draft these players to be all-stars and all-pros. When they do what you drafted them to do, just pay them.
Yeah, so shout out to the Georgia Bulldog, James Cook. You know what I'm saying? That's why he deserves to get paid, because he's from the U, the UGA. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, but he deserves his money. I don't see why they wouldn't pay him the money. So what if he got the second most? I don't know who got the first most, but who cares? You know what I'm saying? He's the best. He's the second best player on their team. I think probably. I can't.
Third best.
Yeah.
Deion Dawkins probably the second.
Yeah. So offensive lineman.
Yeah, the left tackle.
Yeah. So
but then it's James Cook. It's no one else after that.
I don't know.
It's James.
So, but I think he deserved it. So And because especially last year, he stepped up for them because they didn't have Stephon Diggs. They didn't have hardly no receivers. They had the rookie, but he didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? ShaCarri, he played okay in the slot, but they didn't really have any weapons. Dalton Kincaid, he's supposed to be the man. He ain't do too much at all. So
that nigga sucked at fantasy.
Hey, he deserved it. He worked his butt off and he got what he deserved, I think.
It was a good signing, man. You see the Bills are willing to spend their money. They made 6 recent, contracts. Bruzo, Benford, Bernard, like you said, Shakur. As far as this is the trend, man. Like we see the trends. People are getting paid more, and now they're guaranteeing more contracts. What was it? Was it 03 where he had a slump? 1 year he had a slump?
Who?
Like he did great 1 year, and then the next following year he went down a little bit.
I think this is only his 4th year in the league.
Yeah.
So I want to say it was 2004, but he had a slump. But I mean, it wasn't like he fell out of the top.
He's always been an okay back. He's always been solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, last year was the first year he actually broke 1,000 yards, and he did what he did in terms of touchdowns. But last year was the first year, if you watch the Bills the last couple of years, where they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna hand you the ball."
Yeah, he was
when they had Stephon Diggs,
they
was throwing the ball everywhere. They wasn't really running the ball like that.
Yeah, it just goes to show you, man. With the OC, the new OC came in. They're willing to spend the money. He's a good asset. He's good on fantasy. He's good on paper. He's good in the game. So it's a good sign, man.
Hey, so now that he's back, he can play for the next preseason game. We had week 1 of the preseason already passed us. Week 2 is coming upon us now. What were some things in week 1 of the preseason that caught your eye, C's?
Still trying to figure out Aaron Rodgers. Where's he at? Is he going to actually be anything good? Another thing, man, Shedeur, man. All the naysayers. What can you? Where is all that talk now? Where the fuck did he go?
I think they're still around. They're still talking, but he played good in the preseason. Then he got hurt, so he won't play tomorrow. But hopefully, Dylan Gabriel doesn't do the same thing he did. So if Dylan Gabriel go out there and throw for 100 yards and a touchdown and lead them to a couple of drives, a field goal, all Dylan Gabriel got to do is drive them down the field at least twice, score a touchdown, kick a field goal, and then Shedeur still going to be in the backseat. That sucks for him because he looks like an NFL quarterback. We all know he's an NFL quarterback, but he's still in the doghouse. Shout out to the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, man. Shedeur is so electrifying in terms of his marketable ability because when is the last time we saw a player do what he did in the preseason? And I'm not talking about the stats. I'm talking about half the whole sports world take notice because half the time we're not even paying attention to the preseason.
Hey. Same with the hey, if you're going somewhere, keep it going.
Shedeur is just showing you that, man, he got the potential to do something that a lot of other talented players can't do. Like if Shedeur can be half the player that Lamar is, half the player that Joe Burrow is, half the player that Josh Allen is, and 1/3 the player that Pat Mahomes is, bro, he can be the face of the league, man. Because he's energetic, he's young. When you see him smile, he got an electrifying smile. He got the jewelry. Like, he got his connection socially, man. Like, that's what I took away from week 1 was, wow, LeBron James is tweeting about a preseason game. That's remarkable to me.
All I got to say is, I watched the game. I was like, I wasn't really impressed. I watched the game. I was like, okay. My man, you know what I'm saying, Sanders, he doing good. But, you know what I'm saying, look at his daddy. And I wasn't really impressed. But then I started thinking about it. I said, they got me watching a preseason game like I watched the draft. Like how long do I usually don't catch a preseason game. I usually don't I don't know. Week 1, that's when I tune in. You know what I'm saying? I never watched or messed with the preseason until now. Why? Because Sanders was playing.
Yeah.
Same with the draft. I didn't watch the draft that long. Why I watched the draft that long? Why? Because Sanders. If it wasn't for him, man, I would have tapped out long. But wow.
Yeah, he got all the lukewarm fans out, but hopefully they give him a chance because he's an NFL quarterback.
Even if they don't give him a chance, just the way he looked that first game, there's going to be teams that are like, oh, you don't plan to start him? You don't plan him as backup? Hey, we call him the trade then.
Ain't nobody doing that.
Now, there's teams that where, hey, week 3, I guarantee you, if he's not even on that depth chart, it's going to be teams trying to trade for sure. Because he looks like an NFL quarterback, like you said.
I don't think so because they all had a chance to draft him.
Yeah, but they didn't think he could play. That's what a lot of them say. A lot of them say they
knew he could play.
Man, the reports was a lot of people felt like he did not have the arm strength to do what he did last Friday. And what he did last Friday was
the same thing he did at Colorado.
And they felt like he couldn't hold it. He held the ball too long. But the way he looked, and they felt like athletically, he wasn't good enough to outrun some of the athletes. But when you see some of the plays from last Friday, he moved very well in that pocket.
Yeah, he looked just like he looked at Colorado.
That's if they telling the truth. Now, if this was a conspiracy, which y'all already know how I feel.
You know it was a conspiracy. You already know this.
It's already set.
Yeah, he getting the money.
You know it was a conspiracy, man. That guy could play. He played the same way he played Saturday. He played in Colorado. He looked good. Remember when I said, we come out just say, I want to see what he looked like. I never seen him play. Is he going to go pay and play? In the first game, he showed up. He was able to play.
Nah, for sure. He looked good against USC when Caleb was there. So, hey, talking about USC, talking about Colorado, these college teams, you know, we got the first ranking of the college football season where all the teams stand. Now, do these rankings mean something?
Yes.
Nah, not really. But they kind of do.
Georgia must be number one.
You know, so let's go through the top 10.
I mean, Georgia's number 5.
And if there's any other ones y'all want to address, y'all take that time to address. So starting at 10, we got the U. At 9, we got LSU. 8, we got Bama. 7, we got Oregon. 6, we got Notre Dame. At 5, we got UGA. At 4, we got Clemson. At 3, we got OSU, Ohio State for those people. At 2, we got Penn State. And at number 1, we got Texas, which has been on the hype train since the college football season ended. C's, are you cool with the way these rankings went down? Do you feel like any team should have been moved? And do you feel like at least the top 5 or the playoff teams are going to stick for the whole season?
Last 2 national championship champions were ranked number 2 in the preseason AP polls.
So you say Penn State gonna win it all?
Hell no. Texas, I don't have a problem. I don't think they should have been number 1. Texas should have been number 1, but I don't have a problem with it. Penn State definitely should have been number 2. Why the fuck is? I just don't see Clemson being that good, man. Number 4, I don't see. I think Georgia should have been. I'm not even a Georgia fan, but I think they should have been in that 3 slot. Clemson, push them down some. And I'm not seeing it with Miami, man. I think Miami probably could have been down a little bit lower. I probably would have put Michigan in that slot they had. In Oregon, no problems. Bama, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't have no problem with Texas being number 1, only because if Arch is who everyone thinks he's going to be, then they should be the number 1 team. Because when I look at that top 10, y'all tell me a quarterback that started from one of these teams that y'all think is going to go top 5 in the draft next year. Because I can't think of no quarterbacks for these teams. Not even UGA. You know, I know we got that boy Gunnar Stockton or whatever. You know, he was okay. We'll see what he does. But I don't know if he's ever for the draft. So, like, if Arch is who they think he's supposed to be, they should be ranked number 1. And we'll see. But we'll see if they can hold it, though. Because we know how college football is. Mm-hmm. These rankings don't hold up the entire season, man. It's very rare. Wasn't there like a point in time where it was a curse on the number 1 spot? Yeah. Where like you get the number 1 spot and you was not guaranteed to finish number 1?
I don't know, because Bama and Georgia, when they got the number 1 spots, they finished either 1 or 2.
Yeah. If anything, bro, I feel like Georgia should have been ranked in the top 3. I don't know how Penn State got number 2 because they didn't even show me nothing in the playoffs for me to be like, oh yeah, they deserve to be the second best team. Ohio State just won a national championship. I know they lost a lot of players, but it's Ohio fucking State. Like they're going to replenish a lot of those fucking players, man. Like Will Howard, did Will Howard even get drafted? I think he went undrafted, and he got drafted.
I want to say in the 6th round.
Yeah. So he got drafted. So it's not like he was even a blue chip prospect. You know, so I'm pretty sure whoever they got replacing him is just as good, if not better than him. Like Georgia easily, from a talent perspective, should have been ranked in the top 3. So I'm just surprised by that. But hey, man, shout out to motherfucking Miami, man, getting at number motherfucking 10, man, because I didn't think after they lost Cam that they would even still be in the top 10. So shout out to them boys. And shout out to Boise State making the top 25.
Yeah, they lost Cam, but then they got that boy from Georgia.
What that supposed to mean?
That means they got one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Oh, I guess so. I ain't see it.
He was supposed to be that last year.
That's what they told us.
He was supposed to be that last year. Carson Beck, come on, man. And then he broke up with his girlfriend. The only reason he went there. One of them twins.
Oh, boy, he was one of the twins.
Yeah.
Boy,
they ain't together no more.
That's kind of surprising. I ain't gonna lie. The twins, they kind of seem a little spicy. I thought they would be fucking some brothers.
Hey, Carson Beck. The closest you gonna get.
Probably so.
You know what I'm saying? Better than race. But I don't have a problem with the top 10 because the way the college football is, the schools with the most money is going to be the best schools. Right now, Texas is paying their players a lot of money. Last year, nobody really thinks about this. Ohio State, they paid the most money for their football team.
To bring them back. That's the crazy part that people don't talk about is they spent the most money in NIL last year, but that was to really bring players back. They were supposed to go into the draft.
And they won the chip.
Like you're supposed to.
So I don't have a problem with Georgia being number 5. I think that's about right. Gonna start and you got to show up and prove everybody wrong. Because you played good that one game against Texas, but then after that, we was trash. You ask me. But we gonna see. I want to see the players show up and show out. Georgia, we got some receivers now. We got some transfers. You know what I'm saying? Kirby Smart is still doing his thing. Ohio State still got that man at wide receiver. He probably gonna be the number 1 pick next year. Well, number 2 pick. Arch Manning is who we think he is. Who everybody think he is. He gonna be number 1 pick. And that boy from Ohio State, that wide receiver, gonna be number 2. And then probably that guy, the wide receiver from Alabama, probably gonna be number 3 pick. Because I think just on eye test and everything and height, those are the best 3 players in college football. So I know they're gonna be on the Heisman run. So those are the 3 best players. Wide receiver from Ohio State, wide receiver from Bama, and Archie, you know what I'm saying, quarterback from Texas. Hopefully we can get some other players that's in there. We can get some new blood.
We will. You know, it's like that every year. It's always a couple plays that we didn't know before the season that boom, it's their 3rd year and they pop.
But we'll see. Like Aston Genty last year.
Yeah, that was Cam Ward.
Yeah, Cam Ward. Yeah.
You know, so I'm pretty sure it'll be a quarterback from one of these other big schools that, you know, they transfer somewhere, or a running back that just finally got an opportunity to do their thing. Talking about the opportunities to do your thing. We talked last week about how ESPN basically made that big deal with WWE, and now all the WWE fans are paying $29 or $30 a month for pay-per-views. UFC inked the deal with Paramount, 7 years. And pretty much, if you're a UFC fan, as long as you got Paramount, you don't have to pay pay-per-views no more. And they bringing something called Fight Nights back. It's going to be on Paramount. And there's a whole bunch of other details with it. The deal is supposed to be 1.1 annually between the companies. I'm gonna start off with Rose, only because I know that he watches UFC more than anyone else at the table.
So they signed a $7 billion deal for 7 years with Paramount, but Dana White he hasn't closed the door on pay-per-view yet. So what the deal is supposed to be like, you get Paramount, you can watch all the UFC fights, but he hasn't closed the door on pay-per-view yet. So, but he did say that the fighters are going to get a pay increase because $1 billion a year. You know what I'm saying? So,
how big would that be if pay-per-views was just through Paramount?
That just mean the players. I mean, the fighters would get even more money.
That's why for the fans, like. If you no longer had to pay $40, $50, $60 for the pay, you just got to pay whatever Paramount Plus is to be able to watch the pay-per-views.
Oh, that would be fire. You know what I'm saying? People are going to sign up.
Because those are the initial reports is
yeah,
you will not have to pay pay-per-views if you have Paramount, but like you said, Dana is still working that out.
Yeah, so that would be fire because people will buy that because Paramount was what $10?
Yeah, about $10 to $12.
Yeah, so
and I think,
it's worth it.
I think for someone like C's, you can get Paramount through Prime.
It's worth it. It's
get the Roku Prime.
It's worth it. I believe because I don't have it, but if that's the case, I will definitely get it. I'll cut something else off and sign up for that because.
And we would definitely talk about UFC events more.
Yeah, because it's gonna be only thing about with UFC now. It's like the fighters they're not exciting as they used to be. But it's still really exciting to see somebody get punched in the face and get hit in the face. So as long as they got that, they're gonna be winning. It's gonna be way better than boxing. And boxing goes even they go to because they already almost overtook boxing. But with this, they probably overtake boxing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The only way boxing can get back in the game is they're gonna have to make it official. They're gonna have to join Netflix. Like we saw with the last fight between Jake and Tyson did, and we hear what this deal with Crawford and Canelo is going to be. Boxing would just have to get together, put all the bullshit aside, because it's like C's talked about one time. It's like 4 different umbrellas in boxing. Like they're going to have to get together and be like, "Yo, we're just going to deal with Netflix," because to what you said, you can't compete when you only got to pay $10 to $15 a month to watch pay-per-views that are traditionally $45 to $60, and depending on the pay-per-view, there's been pay-per-views me and Rose have bought that was $79.99. You know, like that makes everything much better right there when you can just have an app for it. So this is a great deal for the UFC, a great deal for Dana. Like you was talking about for the fighters, a lot of the fighters historically have been underpaid in MMA, especially in the UFC. This is a great deal for them. Hopefully they get a bigger percentage of the pie because I'm not going to lie. The way them niggas be getting fucked up and the way them ladies be getting fucked up, they need to get paid more than what they've been getting paid. So hopefully, they get paid more. But, man, just as a sports fan, what all these streaming apps and sports leagues should be trying to do is make your league more accessible for fans. Stop making it unaccessible for us. Make it easy for us to watch what you're trying to get us to watch. And that's what this deal at the end of the day is going to do. If you're an MMA fan and you have not been keeping up with MMA for the last couple of years in terms of the UFC and watching the fights, and I like combat sports. Even though I'm more a boxing person, I like combat sports. But if you're telling me to choose between a $50 pay-per-view for boxing or a $50 pay-per-view for UFC, I'm going to pick boxing. But if you can make it where both are affordable to me, yes, I will watch both, man. So I love this deal.
I think that's where the difference between Netflix and all these other platforms, I think these traditional cable channels have a leg up on them, being, Peacock, Paramount, I don't know, and then Disney. Shit, Disney basically owns ABC, so you got the whole fiasco with that whole lineup. So it's like, if Netflix is going to do the exclusive shit, I don't feel like Netflix is the most accessible. With Paramount being CBS, who's to say they're not going to show a special event on local channels? Why not? Once a year, twice a year, hey, on Friday, the whatever date, we're going to have this UFC broadcast on CBS channels. So I mean, there's with that deal, and then it's like it's also a revenue stream where it's saying like, hey, I don't have Peacock, but I want to watch these games for this season, or I want to watch, WWE when they had the deal, and then it starts getting you to watch other shows and bring them in. And it's like, okay, I never watched Tulsa King. People are gonna start watching Tulsa King, Lioness, and all these other shows, and then they also have their own. Every brand has their own sports, channel and broadcast. So it's a way to get a leg up on these other streaming platforms and bring them in. If you hate it before, it's just getting worse because you see it. Everybody's trying to lock in with a deal, whether it's Disney with ESPN football, NFL Network, the NBA with all their. I just seen the post with the NBA where they're showing all. They basically did a breakdown where every game is going to be available on what days. I'm just like, this shit getting out of hand, but we knew this is where shit's going. So, I mean, to simply say it's probably a great fucking deal, I don't think they're going to get rid of pay-per-view just yet, but eventually it's probably going to either be, hey, if you want to watch this fight, this match, this game, you got to get the app. You got to get the Peacock. You got to get the HBO Max. You got to get you. So, I mean, and as far as pay, man, I think that's just Dana White, man. I don't think he's being put in a position where he's going to have to. He's getting the revenue there. We're talking about billions of dollars. He's going to have to play these fighters.
On to next week, man. Any other thoughts, man?
Man, shout out to the Mumble.
On the next week.
Mr. DJ Rose, Verkeezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap a seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell out now. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.